Hey everyone, Jesse Lakes, co-founder of Genius Link here, back in soggy Seattle after 4 great days in sunny Las Vegas. I was just out in Las Vegas for the Affiliate Summit West 2020 conference, and it was awesome. This was definitely the best conference yet in my mind. Had a chance to talk to a fair number of clients, had a chance to connect with some partners and some explore some really cool opportunities. But one of the best parts for me was the opportunity to actually get up on stage and give a presentation. So for all of you that couldn't have made it to the presentation, I want to share the same information. So join me for the next, let's say 15, 20 minutes as we run through my slides and I try to remember all the key points. All right, let's dive into it. So for most creators, bloggers, and affiliate marketers, Amazon's affiliate program is really the only game in town. And for good reason. For more than 20 years, Amazon has provided an easy to learn, easy to use, high converting affiliate program that covers a massive product catalog. But over the last few years, these same creators, bloggers, and affiliate marketers are seeing their commissions drop and their accounts being closed. And it seems their perception of the affiliate program is changing from that of love to fear. So join me as we dive into exploring this critical churn and how we can possibly position ourselves for the changing tides. So as we chatted about, or as we started off with, there's been a handful of things that we've seen at Genius Link over the last bit that really has us questioning if Amazon is and will continue to be the de facto affiliate program for so many. And we're going to explore this in two parts. First, we're going to look at a handful of different tools online that can help us kind of gauge some of these aspects. And then second, we're going to review the associates program from some of the perspectives of our clients. So to start off with, let's get going with Google Trends. So Google Trends is a really popular tool most of you probably are familiar with, but the gist is that it takes the popularity of search terms across Google and lays them out on a relative basis over time. So the first couple we're going to look at is Amazon Affiliate and Amazon Associates. And what we notice right off the bat is that Amazon Affiliate, starting about mid 2017, has become more popular than the proper official name of Amazon's affiliate program, which is Amazon Associates. We also noticed that in late 2017 and early 2018, that the Amazon affiliate term seems to have peaked, and today we're at about 80% of that. On the flip side, Amazon Associates seem to have peaked in mid-2011, again in maybe mid-2017, but today it really isn't too far off of that peak. If we shift our focus just a little bit, we go from the US to global in scale, but also down to the last 5 years, we notice a similar trend, right? We see a couple peaks previously, but today isn't too far off from that peak. So I'll be the first to admit that this is not crystal clear evidence that Amazon's days are over. But let's shift gears or look at this from a slightly different perspective and introduce the term affiliate marketing, right? So we see that Amazon affiliate trails affiliate marketing for the first few years of our graph, but then in late 2016 through 2017 and into early 2018, we see that Amazon affiliate actually overlaps and at times was more popular than the term affiliate marketing. One might argue that when a specific affiliate program's name is more popular than the term in general, that may be peak, especially because we see the term affiliate marketing from late 2018 forward or mid 2018 forward really continue to grow, and it seems to have just peaked recently, where Amazon affiliate seems to be a bit more stagnant. Clear as mud, right? Well, let's shift gears and look at a different tool and see if that helps clear things up. So BuiltWith is a pretty amazing tool that crawls the internet and is able to deduce which tools, technologies, and services a website uses. And then takes that information and can turn it on its head and give you a list of all the websites that use a specific tool, technology, or service. And thankfully, they've done this specifically for Amazon Associates. So if we look at the graph they provide of all the sites they've indexed, we notice that Amazon Associates appears to have peaked in 2011, 2012, and 2013. And then going into 2015, we see a pretty significant drop-off. That being said, it starts to get a bit of a resurgence. A couple years ago, it seems to have spiked again, dropped off, and now is currently at a plateau at about 260,000 sites, where that recent plateau was closer to about 300,000. And historically, we're looking at about 350,000. However, that story really kind of changes when we dive into the high traffic sites. So BuiltWith lets you filter in a little bit. And we see that Amazon Associates has grown pretty significantly, at times with massive leaps and bounds. That being said, again, the last couple of years, it seems to have plateaued. And most recently, in the last 5 to 6 months, a pretty significant drop off. We spent some time trying to quantify Amazon Associates program a couple years back, put a blog together, but we looked at a handful of different tools to do that research to try to measure. So we recently pulled up this blog to compare what those results were a couple years ago versus more recently. So from Amazon, it seems that we've got pretty direct evidence of growth, right? In 2017, we saw there was 12 different storefront-specific affiliate programs. And most recently, we see 16 programs. Singapore just spun up in October of 2019. We also found a job description for Amazon Associates role that mentioned working with millions of affiliate publishers, which is obviously significantly larger than the 900,000 members that was mentioned on an Amazon Associates site a little while ago. So good growth there. But on the flip side, a couple different tools similar to Built With and Google Trends show that the size of Amazon and the number of websites using the Amazon Associates program, that peak may be behind us. Public www is a search engine that searches a website's code, not its text. That's what Google does, but it searches its code. So when we start looking for signatures of Amazon Associates program between then and now, we see that it's dropped not quite by half, but relatively close. W3 Text is another tool like Built With that crawls the internet. And according to its database, the number of websites that include Amazon Associates has gone from a little over 5% to about 2.5%. Again, halving more or less. And then finally, we have SimilarWeb, right? SimilarWeb is probably the most popular online indexing tool. And if we look at Amazon.com specifically and then look at the referral traffic is where an affiliate would fit. We also notice a pretty significant decrease in the amount of referral traffic. So, okay, that was a lot of information from a lot of different sources, and I'll admit it wasn't crystal clear. So let's see if we can kind of see how things fit towards, is it the end or maybe is not the end? So the first thing we looked at is the term Amazon affiliate, right? We know it's more popular than the term Amazon Associates, but it's not as popular as it once was. We look at the term affiliate marketing, and we notice that while it was essentially on par and at times less than Amazon affiliate, it's continued to grow over the last few years and is currently sitting near its peak, where the term Amazon affiliate is closer to about 60%. We started looking at Built With, right? Built With, a tool that looks at different websites to see the different ones that use the Associates program. And we see that earlier in the decade, we had some peaks, then a pretty good drop, and then a resurgence. But now it's, again, a little bit of a drop. When we look at the high traffic sites specifically with Built With, again, great growth over a number of years, and then a plateau and a drop. When we looked at the public www and W3 Text tool, it showed a pretty significant drop off in the last couple of years of Amazon Associates websites out there. We also noticed that from SimilarWeb, that the referral traffic has dropped by 4x. However, we see that Amazon, again, shows pretty direct evidence of continued growth, right? Going from 12 programs to 16 programs and mentioning working with millions of publishers, millions with an S, of course. So lots of different information. You can kind of tell different stories with each one. I think it's fair to say that it's a lot of mixed signals. So let's try looking specifically at the Associates program through the perspectives and experiences of our clients. So I love Amazon's affiliate program. It's not my only love as far as affiliate programs go, but there's a lot going for Amazon's affiliate program. In particular, it's a massive program that covers an even larger retailer. eMarketer put the size of the U.S. e-commerce market share that Amazon has at just over a third. That's huge. For comparison, Walmart is between 4 and 5%. We also see really solid conversion rates coming out of Amazon. Again, that's probably due to their massive product catalog. And again, probably due to that massive product catalog, is we see a lot of halo commissions, those commissions you earn from the products you're not recommending, right? So when you're, say, promoting a TV and you still earn those commissions from sales of toasters and toilet paper. We also see that Amazon has a large international footprint, and they're continuing to expand that. On top of that, and last but not least, is trust. Consumers really seem to trust Amazon. There was a very recent report that came out, I believe, in mid-January of this year, 2020, that said Amazon was the single most trusted brand. That's huge for shoppers. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Unfortunately, over the last few years, we've had a growing number of associates voice their concerns and complaints around a few different things. And here's probably 4 of the most popular. So let's take a moment and explore these. So I'll read this quote. "I feel like a frog that is slowly being boiled alive, so I don't jump out." I saw this on social media in the spring of 2019, specifically referencing a recent change from Amazon in regards to their commission rates. And to really understand the perspective here, I think we should go back and look at how Amazon has changed their commission rates over time. So for the last decade, the bulk of it was based on this volume-based program, this volume-based model where clients would start off, or associates, sorry, would start off at 4%. And if they drove a little over 3,000 product sales, they could more than double their commission rate up to 8.5%. But then in early April 2017, Amazon eliminated this beloved model in exchange for a category-based flat fee model. And that was pretty detrimental to a good number of our clients out there. They saw some significant decreases in their commission rates. For comparison, based on our research, we saw that there was 2 categories that actually increased in commission rates. That was groceries and handmade goods. On the flip side, of the 54 different categories that Amazon now breaks out, 19 of those had a decrease. And that decrease wasn't minor. It was between 50 and 60% for the bulk of those. On top of that, associates also seem to be concerned with something they're seeing in Europe at the moment. In the 5 different affiliate programs in Europe, Amazon has introduced a indirect qualifying and direct qualifying purchase model. And the gist is that Amazon will reward you with a healthy commission when a sale matches the product category that you're referring. Again, if you're recommending TVs, they'll pay you for TVs. However, for those indirect qualifying purchases, those halos, halo commissions, the toilet papers and toasters that you see sales of, you get close to a 1% commission rate, where the average commission rate kind of across the board is about closer to 4.6. Now, this is only for specific categories inside of Europe, and it is Europe specific. But that being said, we've been poking around a bit, and we noticed that inside the Amazon.com Associate Central dashboard, when you download a report, there's a new column that's been added. That new column is called Indirect Sales and includes this NDI and DI qualifier for every sale. So again, we're reading between the lines, we're kind of looking at the tea leaves. It may seem that the era of halo commissions may be behind us. But all that being said, you really can't be surprised with lowering commission rates over time. Ultimately, Amazon is a business, and it's a publicly traded business. And as a publicly traded business, Amazon's fiduciary responsibility is to its shareholders. And those shareholders demand a return on investment. We know Amazon is brilliantly efficient, so if they can do some forecasting and determine that there's not going to be much downside from dropping commission rates for their affiliate program, they're going to likely do so. And as much as that sucks for Amazon associates, it's kind of business as usual. Sorry. So shifting gears, again, we talked about commissions. We also really need to talk about compliance. Over the last few years, we've seen a growing number of concerns about compliance of Amazon's affiliate program, in particular to their operating agreement. And as an Amazon affiliate, you need to read the Amazon Associates operating agreement and the accompanying policy pages. That really lays out how you play the game of Amazon affiliate. But unfortunately, so few of us actually do. And that's 100% on us, the affiliate publisher. But because of that percentage of us that don't read the operating agreement and some small percentage of bad actors out there, it seems that we've pushed Amazon into this position where their judgments seem now very swift and harsh, even for those that have inevitably broken a rule. And that leads to 2 challenges we face, right? One is around confusion. Amazon's operating agreement, it's long, it's hard to read, and it's challenging to understand. So unfortunately, so many associates don't put the time and effort into it. Or they just stick their head in their sand or see what their peers are doing and just try to copy that. And unfortunately, that creates a bit of a toxic ecosystem. We end up with an echo chamber where misinformation and bad practices are spread. Additionally, is around kind of the process. Again, Amazon is dealing with what they say are millions of affiliate publishers. So it seems like when they have flagged you for what they think is a violation of their operating agreement, they send out an email and they put a timeline on it. And there's typically some sort of information there. And unfortunately, it's often pretty vague. So you as an affiliate publisher, you get this email from Amazon. You know you have to do something. You don't know exactly what it is you have to do. And you know it's a pretty tight timeline to do it. And if you don't do it in time, you're going to lose out on the last 2 months of your affiliate commissions. And if you really muck it up, you've probably just lost out on the sole revenue source for your website. So regardless, it's stressful. But all that being said, to put things back into perspective and take a step back, Amazon is ultimately responsible for you as an affiliate, right? So due to Amazon's growth, among other factors, that it seems they're constantly under the microscope from regulatory agencies, including the FTC. So when you mess up on your compliance, it's ultimately Amazon that pays the price. So you really can't blame them for being aggressive in the review of their associates program. If they're next on the line, I would probably do so as well. So I just threw a lot of information at you, some different perspectives on what we think is happening, and it's really up to you though to take a moment and decide, where do you think Amazon's associates program is going, and how do you best position your affiliate practice to take advantage of that? To be perfectly honest, after reviewing all this and diving through it, I think it's really obvious that Amazon's not going anywhere. We've seen some up and downs, but I think the Amazon affiliate program is definitely here to stay. I also think it's pretty obvious for those that are reliant solely on the Amazon affiliate program. It's really akin to putting your eggs in a single basket. It can be incredibly efficient to get rocking with, but it's also really risky. On top of that, I think a lot of affiliates don't really understand how big Amazon is, right? We see Amazon all the time. We know that they have a pretty huge dominance, especially here in the US. But I don't think we really understand how many people are actually shopping at Amazon. And again, eMarketer recently gave us some numbers for 2019. They told us that 38%, just shy of 38%, it looks like 37.7, but let's say 38% of the US shops on Amazon. So when you're solely focused on a single affiliate program, it seems you could also be missing out on a pretty large segment, that other 62% that's outside the Amazon ecosystem. So while I encourage you not to abandon the Amazon affiliate program, again, I think it's a wonderful program. I think you can do a lot with it. I do encourage you to consider what we call a multi-retailer strategy. The idea that you can promote a single product across multiple retailers. And it seems that we're not alone in this thought as well. Here's a couple screenshots from some of the top affiliate top affiliate publishers in the product review space. And you'll notice a really common theme, right? Amazon always tends to start off first, but then we see multiple other buy buttons from other reputable large retailers that have good affiliate programs as well. And with Genius Link, we're following a similar suit, right? We've been really pushing and working hard on these choice pages. Again, you have a single product that you can recommend through multiple retailers. And while we originally built them out for our book and music industry clients, we had a subset of clients, these YouTubers reviewing gear, really latch onto them and run with them. So one gentleman in particular, Armando from the Mondo Bites channel, he's been using choice pages for a while and has seen incredible things. His Amazon affiliate commissions actually more than doubled as soon as he started using choice pages. And on top of that, he became a top a top affiliate for B&H, a specialty retailer in the camera gear space. And Armando is not alone. We've got a growing number of clients that are seeing awesome results from B&H, from choice pages, including from Amazon and B&H. And we're starting to do some research as well to really kind of zero that in. And it's been really good results so far. I'm sure I'll share more of that in the future. But all said and done, it's really up to you and your perception and how this impacts you, right? So for those of you out there that have a lot of eggs in that Amazon basket, I ask you, what percentage of those eggs, what percentage of your revenue is from Amazon? And as just a kind of a thought exercise, a mental check, how much would that hurt if it disappeared overnight? We certainly don't want it to disappear overnight, and we're here to help you as much as possible to make sure it doesn't disappear overnight. But if it does, how does that hurt? And most importantly, what have you done so far to diversify your revenue? Or what do you plan to do in the future to diversify your revenue? I think those are really important questions that you should ask yourself. So if there's one action item that you take out of that, it's answering these questions honestly to yourself. So with that, during the presentation, of course, I opened up to questions, had a ton of great questions here, but also to you, the audience. This is how you can get a hold of me. I look forward to your questions. We also have a great support team with Genius Link that is just as intelligent and well-versed in this subject as me. So if you can't reach me, I encourage you to reach out to the Genius Link support to help answer these questions. So thank you very much for taking some time to listen to this presentation. I look forward to hopefully maybe seeing you at the next Affiliate Summit in Vegas or coming across to you in another channel. Thank you so much. Cheers.